Hello, good morning, and happy Valentine's Day. It's been a week. I've had a crazy busy week. All good things. Kids have gone out, had special Valentine's party with their homeschool group. They got to go to Chuck E. Cheese as a reward for transitioning from their pull-ups at night to none at all. So we're so excited about that. We also got to have some friends over yesterday for a play date. Did all the things, and today is actual Valentine's Day, so my husband and I are going to be spending time with them. We don't normally go out on the day of Valentine's just because it's been so commercialized. All holidays really have been so commercialized that you know you're not for the hiked up prices at restaurants and buying all these sorts of things. So we're going to spend some quality time with our kids and then most likely go out tomorrow for our own special date together. So what am I doing this morning? I'm in the kitchen. You're in the kitchen with me. So thanks for joining me. I always like to try to come on at normal meal times. Initially, when I started this, I was doing at dinner time, and that got a little hasty depending if I was out and about for a field trip and trying to rush back home, or there's just craziness going on at home and I'm trying to get dinner ready and all that. So I was testing out breakfast and realized this week that doing daily, as much as I love being on here live, engaging with all of you that do come on live and give comments and all that stuff, has not been sustainable for me. And I much rather spend time with my family and go on these field trips and not having to feel rushed. So I have an announcement for you all. I am not going to end lives because I do feel that it is something that's crucial for my audience in general to get to know me and what I do and just see some of the yummy recipes that I do, get some inspiration for your own journey and such. But like I said, daily is not sustainable. And I talk a lot about sustainability with my clients and anybody that's just following me in general, how you should do something, especially if you want to get to a specific goal. And this applies to anything in your life for real. But to do it in a way that is sustainable to you. So as I sat down and thought about that, really meditated, like I got to practice what I preach. And so going on forward after today, I'm going to do once a week lives, and I'm going to make it so that it is the same time every week, the same day every week, so that you can come and tune in for the one time that I'm coming on a week. So when is that? Well, Fridays we usually have field trips, so I'm not going to do it on a day where we're more likely going to be out of the house. I found that Wednesdays was kind of that constant day that we don't have anything going on usually. So I'm going to be doing Wednesdays at noon. Why noon? Because I felt like it would give me a little more flexibility to either do something that's breakfast or lunch or dinner, because it's a really good time for me to either we're having breakfast late, so I can be doing breakfast, or we're in the middle of lunch, or I'm just going to get started prepping our dinner for that night. And that way it'll be all set and ready to go once my husband gets home. So it's giving me that flexibility to do a bunch of different things with you guys on the live. So I'm really excited about this transition. I think it's going to be so much more manageable and not stressful on my account, because I was always like, I got to be on this time. And then found days that I wasn't on, like this week. And I would feel a little bit, that guilt that just naturally comes on when you're not accomplishing something that you want to accomplish, right? It's just like that natural, we talk about like mom guilt when we're not being like at this level of superiority or like being the best mom ever. And we have that guilt behind it. Like, I should have done this differently. I shouldn't have yelled at my child. Oh, I should have had them eat, healthier food and not give in to them having candy. And, the list can go on. Like, that naturally happens when it comes to achieving something in our lives. It could be in parenting. It can be in your marriage. It can be on your weight loss journey, right? Which is where I mostly preach about, talk about with clients. But I literally, like, all the principles and things that I do teach and talk about apply to everything in our lives. And that's like the beauty of, like, speaking towards us as moms. Like, the difficulties that we face, they all apply. But what the beautiful thing is, and how I talk so much about my faith, is that it's hard for us to have grace upon ourselves to have, like, that forgiveness. Like, grace is like that forgiveness to be able to say that I can't do this on my own, or I'm not Wonder Woman, or I can't just expect everything of me, right? But that it's through God, through his grace, through his strength and power, that we are able to be the moms that we are, to get to the goals that we want to get to to accomplish much in this life. I talked about fulfillment with my clients yesterday. Like, a lot of times the reasons why we get so down on ourselves and why we're just quitting on ourselves is because we're not feeling fulfilled. And we're running around this rat race of trying to eat the right foods, trying to exercise on a regular basis daily, and we're not accomplishing what we want. We're feeling overwhelmed. We're doing too much. We're, trying to compete with the next person, having that comparison syndrome. And then in turn, that leads to not only disappointment, but not being fulfilled. So anyways, that is my inspiration today. Baby, I'm going to have to do this later, all right? You guys got to be careful with your stuffed animals. So anyways, that's my inspiration for you guys today. Of course, every time I come on here, I want to share a nugget of truth, some sort of motivation, inspiration for you to go on about your day, your week, and feel like, hey, there's someone out there that gets it. There's someone out there that has been through what I've been through, and that understands, that knows what I'm talking about. Because sometimes we feel like, am I the only one that thinks like this? Am I the only one that feels this way? And you're not alone. You are not alone. So there's ups and downs. I talk about the hills and the valleys, and sometimes we feel like we're on the,
this is a reminder.
Got out of my Instagram.
Just let me know if this is done.
Sometimes we feel like we're more in the valleys than in the hills. But it's that ambition to keep pushing and moving forward. And sometimes we're not equipped that way to just bounce back, right? That resiliency. But let me tell you, mamas that are watching the replay, you do have it. You just need to have that forgiveness, that grace on yourself first, and then keep going, push forward. Realize, ask yourself these questions. What is it worth it to keep going? Is it worth it to try to strive to be the best that I am? Is it worth it to get to that goal, right? And so that's what's going to drive that ambition for you. All right, let's talk about what I'm making today. I've made these on the lives before. I made these on the lives before. It's my protein-packed pancakes for the kids. And because it's Valentine's Day, I told them I'm going to make the heart-shaped pancakes. The pancakes into a heart shape. And we're going to make a strawberry because we want that pink color to it. So it's going to be so much fun. So if you have not watched this live before, I'm just going to go through it real quickly again. I have the complete mix of it's not even a specific brand. This is the Aldi's brand. It's called Millville. And it just says complete. So this means, what complete means is that basically you just add water and mix it all together and you're ready to go. Yep. And so I see that this is for half a cup, 4 grams of protein. And one thing that we strive for here is to have enough protein, not just a little bit, but enough for us to be satisfied, full, and, be able to get about our day, have that energy. And of course, mama wants to achieve some fitness goals as well. So I add an egg, That's one of the extra protein sources. I had done the math last time I made this, and it was, if I only made the mix, they probably would have got like under 1 gram protein per pancake. But when I added these things, now I'm adding a scoop of vanilla protein powder. When I added these things, it gave them 5 grams of protein per pancake. So a big difference. And then usually, depending on how many pancakes they have, we add maybe like some sausage or bacon, something else to go with it, and of course some fruit. But because we're making Valentine's, there's going to be fruit in here. I'm going to throw in some strawberries. So we're kind of making this a nice complete meal. And then I add the last protein source is yogurt. And that brings that up there. Now I had come out to like 9 small pancakes. Of course, you can make them bigger, whatever your heart's desire. So it also depends on like how big the pancakes are. The ones that I had made last time were really small. So I'm going to try to make these bigger so that it's more grams per pancake. All right. And then I need to get the strawberries. I'm going to put in some of our homemade cashew milk.
Mommy, where's your house again?
Where's our house? She's giving me the map and asking me where's our house. Well, we can't pinpoint exactly where our house is, but we live here.
I want to get back to our house because unicorn was there.
Well, you got new unicorns. Okay. All right. And so no.
I told you to get food.
So that's basically the gist of it. What I'm going to add is some water, some strawberries, and what else did I say? Water, strawberries. I'm going to mash up the strawberries so that the juices come out and then the color could get into the pancake mix. And then we're going to heat up the skillet, and I'm going to try my best to make a heart shape. I think I can do it. And then we're going to be all set. So let me know in the comments below if this has been helpful to you. Just some inspiration for your day. If you're going to be joining me on Wednesdays at noon for our new weekly, not daily, but weekly lives. And what you're making for breakfast this morning. I always like to hear what you guys are having. If you probably already had breakfast because it's 10:30 right now. We are on the later side. Usually we eat later because of, and I've mentioned this in other lives, we are on a horrible sleep schedule right now. We are going to bed it's embarrassing to say, but we were going to bed around midnight and waking up at 8:30. Today we woke up at 8:30. So we're getting our 8 hours of sleep, but we are completely shifted. And Mama here is having a really hard shift in us back. So I'm trying to find the perfect time to somehow get us back to that 8 o'clock bedtime. But because everything has shifted, our meals are later. Our, school time that we start at is later. Everything is later. So that's why I said lunchtime will be a great time because I'm going to be either making breakfast or lunch or dinner. So it'll be nice to have that variety at that time. And again, if you can't make it live at noon, I know so many of you mamas here watching are working mamas that are not working in the home, but working out. Hopefully you have a lunch break at that time for you to tune in. But if not, the replays for the lives will be on Facebook or YouTube. So if you're not following me on any of those platforms, and I'm always live on Instagram, but I don't post it so that it's a replay on Instagram. But if you want to find me on any of those, just look up my name, Stephanie Relle, R-E-L-L-E, and you will find me. All my social medias across all platforms will be under Stephanie Relle, so you'll be able to find me very easily. But that's it for today. 14 minutes. I did great timing. I always want to keep it within the 15-minute time frame, so I'm going to let you go now. Have a wonderful Valentine's Day with your kids, with your spouse, with your parents, whoever's your loved one in this moment, because I know we all have different things in our lives, but have a wonderful day. And I'll see you on Wednesday. I'm super excited. All right. Thank you guys. God bless. Take care. Bye.